Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to Newsline. I am Becky Madujemo. It's been a minute, right? It feels good to be back. I actually missed being here and presenting fantastic stories. I hope you noticed my absence. Oh well, it's an action-packed outing tonight. Take this as a promise. 2020 is a leap year, and oddly enough, whenever the calendar has 366 days, some people get anxious and predict doom. That mindset is a topic for another day because this time we intend to focus on those who only have cause to personally celebrate once in 4 years. They are indeed a special class, like those who are committed to preserving Nigeria's cultural heritage with the aid of musical instruments. Brace yourself for the language of the drums. There are a couple of places we plan to visit. A community at war with the desert is unmissable, and the events in this package are explosive. But you must wait for these and more after Claire Adelabu Abdurazak is done with the news. Hello, Claire. Missed me?
Becky, always a pleasure to see you. And indeed, it is a leap year, a very special year indeed. And we begin with health matters. President Muhammad Buhari notes with sadness the recent confirmation of a case of COVID-19 infection in Lagos, Nigeria, despite the ardent efforts of the government regarding preparedness and response measures put in place in the country's borders and beyond. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, President Buhari, however, commends the Federal Ministry of Health and other relevant agencies whose diligence and efficiency enabled the case to be detected, diagnosed and isolated quickly, even while swift measures were taken to identify and follow up on those with whom the index patient came into contact. The President also commends the responses of the Federal Ministry of Health and governments of Lagos and Ogun states, as well as other relevant agencies, to the reported incident and calls for vigilance on the part of all citizens and responsible government agencies. He urges Nigerians not to panic about the news of this first case of COVID-19 in our country, as undue alarm will do more harm than good. Instead, Nigerians should strictly observe the advisories disseminated by the Ministry of Health, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, and the World Health Organization, WHO, on the best way to prevent infection. And still on health, the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority says it is working with all stakeholders to harmonize preventive measures against the coronavirus at the country's airports. A statement by the Director of Public Affairs of Ministry of Aviation, James Odaudu, reveals that Director General NACA, Captain Musa Nuhu, had explained that the preventive measures were to ensure all travelers coming into the country are adequately screened while causing minimal disruption to them. Nuhu notes that all contingency plans for public health events in aviation had been activated, including airport-specific public health emergency contingency plans. Nuhu advises travelers returning from countries experiencing community transmission of the COVID-19 to present themselves to Port Health Services on arrival at the point of entry, and that though travelers who develop signs and symptoms of the disease after returning from a trip abroad were to seek immediate medical attention at the nearest health facility or call the NCDC telephone numbers on 0800 970 00 to 10. In the meantime, the All Progressive Congress has commended the proactive work and coordination of the Federal Ministry of Health, National Center for Disease Control, NCDC, Lagos and Ogun state governments, as well as other state partners, health institutions and personnel, following the report of the first case of coronavirus in Nigeria. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Lanre Issa Onilu, the party says the feat of discovering the country's first case within 24 hours and obtaining the result of the test within 4 hours is a pointer to the capacity of this administration to manage and deal with the outbreak, an act commended by the World Health Organization, WHO. The APC further appreciates the transparent and effective communication measures adopted by government in managing coronavirus in Nigeria and appeals to Nigerians to ignore people seeking to create panic through fake news. The party is optimistic that since China has shared its treatment procedure of the virus with Nigeria, as disclosed by the health minister, like Ebola, handling of this case too will be exemplary. The People's Democratic Party has equally expressed worry over the detection of coronavirus in Nigeria. A statement from the party's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Olagbodiyan, notes that at a critical time like this, a multi-sectoral intervention for concerted effort to contain the scourge is necessary. It urges government to immediately step its emergency response system to calm the pervading fear amongst Nigerians. And the Cross River State government is leaving nothing to chance to check the spread of coronavirus disease in that state and in Nigeria. The state is enforcing regular screening of passengers at the airport, seaport, and other entry points into that state. Here is Paul Abel with the rest of the story.
For 2 weeks now, health officials have been on ground at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar, to screen passengers on arrival, just like the airplane which just arrived from Lagos with some foreign passengers.
We have checked them, their temperature is still low. However, remember there's an incubation period of 14 days, and so we want to be able to follow up on them to be sure that they didn't come in with the COVID-19.
The Cross River State government has already put in place 2 quarantine facilities.
Surveillance notification officers were trained by the World Health Organizations on how best they can manage samples and manage suspected cases and deliver them to the isolation center.
The health team also visited the Calabar Port of Nigerian Ports Authority. Though land borders are equally given attention, emphasis is placed on airports due to the speed travelers cover within a short time.
From all indications, the state government has put in place the necessary mechanism to ensure this coronavirus, COVID-19, is prevented. From the Margaret Ekpo International Airport here in Calabar, I am Paul Abel, NTA News.
And we aren't done yet with health matters, as the Minister of Health, Osage Ihanire, was on one of our news platforms earlier today to address speculations and misgivings about the dreaded coronavirus has been circulated on the social media. Let's hear him now.
Sensational stories going around. Most of all these stories are not true. Some of them are probably hyped up. But it is best to follow the information coming from official sources. There's no truth in his alleged escape attempt. Not as far as I've been told here. I'm in Lagos presently to see the situation for myself, and there was nothing like that. People he worked with and who he has had any dealing with have all been traced, and many of them are already under self-isolation. They have been identified, and they have been very cooperative. What will happen is that if anyone has come from China within the last 14 days, or if you want to be to extend it, you might say within the last 3 weeks, they should give information as to where they came from and their travel history. And the routine thing is to let everyone be on self-isolation in their home. They are given the full instruction about it. So these are routine processes. There is no malice about it.
And that was Health Minister Osage Ihanire speaking on one of our news platforms. And still on preventive measures against COVID-19, the Chairman, Main Organizing Committee for the National Sports Festival and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Sports, Youth and Development, Gabriel Aduda, has allayed fears that the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival will be postponed because of coronavirus. Now, the committee allayed the fears after inspecting the State Infectious Disease Isolation Center mapped out to quarantine protective patients with the infectious disease in Benin. Elizabeth Omoko reports that the State Deputy Governor, Philip Shuaibu, took the MOC on tour of the facility.
As the National Sports Festival counts down, With 11,500 athletes and 5,000 officials expected to participate, the state government is concerned with the health of Nigerians, hence the Edo State Infectious Disease Isolation Center, designed in the case of outbreak of coronavirus. Mr. Aduda is impressed with the preparedness of the state in all ramifications.
As you can see, it is actually far away from the main hospital. You can see that the facility itself and everything in it was built for purposes like this. So it goes to show how very ready the state is. And then we from the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports are extremely excited that all these measures have been taken into cognizance.
For the Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, the state is prepared to deal with any emergency as it hosts the nation.
You have to put all mechanisms in place to make sure that their safety is guaranteed, not only for security, also for their health. And don't forget that we in Edo State, we already have measures to deal with viruses like that of coronavirus.
The National Sports Festival, tagged Edo 2020, is scheduled for March 22nd to April 1st in Benin. Elizabeth Omako, NTA News.
All right, let's turn our attention now to another health matter, this time Lassa fever. And Minister of Environment, Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, has flagged off a comprehensive environmental response to curtail possible outbreak of Lassa fever and other emerging health challenges in the country. Suleiman Abdullahi Rikachuku reports that the initiative was flagged off in Rigasa, Kaduna State.
Environmental health officers of the Ministry of Environment and their counterparts from Kaduna State and local government levels will carry out the eradication of the rat species that are carriers on the Lassa virus using rodenticides in houses earmarked for the exercise.
The ministry is keen in ensuring that the Nigerian environment is kept clean and tidy for healthful living of the good people of Nigeria, being the most effective tool of preventing diseases, notably infectious and communicable diseases.
Diseases like Lassa fever is one of the emerging and re-emerging diseases. For that purpose, it requires environmental health solution.
The One Health concept is an initiative of the Federal Ministry of Environment aimed at improving health care through synergy of health, agriculture, and environment sectors to prevent outbreak of emerging health issues such as Lassa fever and coronavirus, among others. In Kaduna, I am Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachku, NTA News.
And on to other stories now. Contractors are now back on site at the only but abandoned Katsina wind farm to deliver the project for improved power supply in the state. Minister of Power Saleh Maman is at the forefront of the realization of this project, which promises an alternative source of energy for the country while increasing the nation's power pool. Joshua Ojito tells us more.
10 years back, the Katsina wind farm was initiated and contract awarded for the pilot project in the country to explore the renewable energy potential in the state. With substantial level of work done, the project was, however, abandoned. Now, there is commitment by the federal government to complete the project, an agreement reached with the contractor as he mobilized to site. Already, 31 turbines have been installed and the 6 vandalized turbines are to be rehabilitated.
There are 37 turbines in this wind farm put together to generate 10 megawatts of power for the people of Katsina State.
Hopefully in the coming weeks, the 31 turbines will be on. And looking at efficiency level, depending on the speed of wind, we hope to generate 5.5 megawatts.
Umaru Musayar Adwa University Katsina is among the benefiting communities of the project and work on the transmission line connecting the wind farm and the university has been completed.
We are going around to see how far this project is gone because this project has been on ground for over 7 years. And we have to make sure that we complete this project. And we are also going to support the contractor to make sure that this project is completed.
Yes, I'm highly satisfied. But before, I'm not satisfied because I don't know what is going on.
The state government and the Emir of Katsina, Alhaji Abdul Mumini Kabir Usman, laud federal government commitment in addressing challenges in the power sector. In Katsina, Joshua Ojito, NTA News.
And here is a much more cheering news as Abuja residents breathe a sigh of relief as its hot and dusty weather finally got some respite with a heavy downpour on the first day of March 2020. And our correspondent didn't miss it. Thelka Wilkie went out to the town to see how residents are responding to the cool relief Mother Nature has brought our way.
The weather in Abuja in the last few months has been described as hazy, cold, windy, dusty and dry. But all of this is about to change as residents in some parts of Abuja experience the first rain of the year. Like a trapped bird experiencing freedom for the first time, the rain poured relentlessly for a period of about 40 minutes, sweeping dust and other encumbrances away.
We thank God now because this rain is good. Shit don't come out.
I'm happy. At least the weather will be cool. Well, I was happy because the heat has been something else. Like as at yesterday night, it was something else. I couldn't even sleep.
It's an awesome experience. Driving in the rain, in fact, I was very happy. At some point, I had to wind down and put my hand outside, but it's a good thing.
Coincidentally, the rain is coming on the first day of the month of March, which many have described as showers of blessings. Some respondents even went philosophical on the timing.
Talking about being the first day of the month, a lot of people are even talking about the leap year. As if maybe there's something significant about it. Well, it might be, but let's see what's going to happen. But to me, it's a good sign that this year is going to be a good year.
The timing of the rain begs the question if weather experts saw this coming.
We predicted it and we are happy, and today's forecast we predicted thundery activity over the high grounds of Abuja, though we said thundery activities rain or without rain. So we are seeing that, and tomorrow we are still expecting the repeats of its likelihood of thundery activity rain or without rain up to Yelwa in Kebbi axis and southern Kaduna.
While climate change have had weather experts scratching their scalp for answers, respondents are relieved that the knock on heaven's door for showers of blessings has finally paid off. In Abuja, Thekla Wilkie, NTA News.
Thekla Wilkie there, remembering the good old tunes, calling down the rain, and just exactly what is good for the subject in this our next report. Tomatoes and pragmatic ways of boosting their domestic production, improve value chain addition and attract more investment in agriculture sector have been captured in a book, and it's titled Inside Tomato: The Role of Science, Technology and Innovation for Sustainable Tomato Production in Nigeria. Francis Foom was at the book presentation and now tells us more about it.
Tomato is said to account for 60% of global vegetable production at 177 million tons in 2016. Nigeria is the largest producer of tomatoes in sub-Saharan Africa with an annual yield of 1.8 million metric tons. That, however, falls short of domestic demand of 2.4 million metric tons per annum. In a bid to meet the domestic demand of the commodity, this 6-chapter book by Idris Ojoko suggests the approaches in developing and adopting appropriate technologies for tomato farming and processing systems.
It will be a source of employment to our teaming youth, most especially. Farmers can actually find it very, very beneficial and economical.
Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, is the book reviewer.
If you go into tomato farming with the information this book makes available for you, it empowers you for good returns. If Nigerians can read this book, we can have entrepreneurs, we can have people who will start very small businesses with the capacity of these businesses to grow into large ones.
The only way to spread the wealth, create employment, is to go through diversification in different sectors, not limited to agri.
In another development, the Benue State Commissioner for Energy, Science and Technology is seeking better ways of collaborating with the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology for mutual benefits. Ogbonnaya Onu advised states to start using science, technology and innovation to add value to the natural resources they have. Francis from NTA News.
And the Catholic Church today staged a peaceful walk in Abuja to protest against insurgency, banditry and kidnappings in Nigeria. Omenka Marachukwu reports that the peaceful procession began from the National Ecumenical Center.
Though a rainy day, these did not deter the protesters as they marched through the streets of Abuja to express their displeasure against all forms of insecurity in the country. The protesters were led by the President Catholic Bishops' Conference, Most Reverend Augustine Akubweze, with other Christians in solidarity.
We also call for the arrest and prosecution of those behind these senseless killings that sow the dangerous seeds of hate and distrust among the various segments of the Nigerian society.
The Catholic bishops are having their first plenary for the year 2020, where they will deliberate on issues affecting the country. In Abuja, Umenka Marachukwu, NTA News.
And the Department of State Services has denied a report that it laid siege on Premium Times online media outfit and has hacked the telephone of one of its staff. DSS spokesperson Dr. Peter Afunaya, in a statement, says the stirrer is false, unfounded and unjust, a piece of sensationalism. He states that there is no such operation at the moment by the service targeted at the Premium Times, its editors or staff. The DSS emphasizes that if there is any need for it to discharge its duty, it will do so with every sense of decency and in accordance with laid down procedures. The DSS advises that the report should be disregarded. And widows of police officers who died in the line of duty have been empowered by the wife of the Inspector General of Police. As part of efforts aimed at ameliorating their plight, relief items were distributed to the widows. Again, we have Francis Form has the report.
39-year-old mother of two, Ramatu Dauda, is among the hundreds of police wives whose husbands died in the line of duty, leaving them to the mercy of others. Here, Ramatu joins 59 other police widows who the wife of the Inspector General of Police is providing startup packs to as part of efforts to fill the void created by the death of their husbands.
May God increase his year. The way he is doing to us, people will do his grandchildren and his grand family in the name of Jesus.
As I they come out for house for this money, I don't get anything. I can't come here, I can't see this favor. God will go favor as he favor me like this with these children for me. Don't reach 20 years where my God die, nobody.
Look at how he blessed me with the freezer and rice. He talks to me my children no suffer. He no go suffer. He talks to me my children no hungry. He no go hungry.
After December rice finish, I always buy one mudu to manage with my children. I'm so happy. You can see that I'm sharing tests for some time ago now. I'm happy.
Wife of the Inspector General of Police urged the widows not to sell the items, but to use them to improve their living standards and provide for their children.
I've seen empowerment before, giving them grinding machines, and so the next door they start selling it 10,000 naira, but they should try the best they have to make use of it.
The Widows' Empowerment is part of the activities lined up for POA National Convention. In Abuja, Francis from NTA News.
And in sports, Plateau United reclaims top position in Nigeria Professional Football League with 40 points from 22 matches as Oka residents welcome Police Games participants with a fitness walk. Amanzi Marcus has more on Sports Update.
Plateau United Football Club of Jos beat Jigawa Golden Stars of Dutse 2-1 as Lobby Stars won at Kwara United by a lone goal in week 22 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Nigeria's Eyimba International walked a tightrope into the second leg quarterfinals of the CAF Confederation Cup after Horoya Athletic Club of Guinea forced them to a 1-1 draw on Sunday in Aba. Pyramids of Cairo, Egypt won all the 3 points with 3 goals at Zanaco of Zambia, also in the first leg quarterfinals. In handball, the defenders edged out reigning Handball Premier League champions Safety Shooters on head-to-head rule and emerged winners of the inaugural North Central League, which ended in Abuja on Saturday. Defenders won 8 of their 9 league matches and lost 26 to 27 goals on the final day to Niger United, which finished third.
Man, brilliant dink there over the goalkeeper.
In the women's category, Plangnan Oliver received the Player of the Tournament award as she guided Plateau Peacocks of Jos to victory over arch-rival Safety Babes of Abuja.
We're still going for the league in April. So with this feat, we are moving. We know our team is becoming compact.
Meanwhile, it was a day of skillful displays on the mat as Abuja Karate community converged on the Regent School Mabushi for the 2020 Under-18 Karate Championship. Young athletes from the ages of 10 to 17 drawn from karate clubs and schools in the Federal Capital Territory competed for honors in different weight categories of kata and kumite at the one-day championship.
Good for the karate community in Abuja to come together once in a while to do these competitions.
Last year we had about 90, so the competition keeps getting bigger and better.
120 athletes competed. From Oka, Onome Okadigbo reports that the 14th edition of the Anambra Fitness Walk for Life held weekend with participants covering 9.5 kilometers and stressing the need for regular body exercise for a healthy life. With sports update, Manzi Marcus, NTA News.
And on the downside, the death has been announced of Aminu Aliyu Birinkudu, who died after brief illness. Late Aminu Aliyu was aged 88 and is survived by his 16 children, among them Chairman, House of Reps Committee on Power, Engineer Mogaji Dao Aliyu, and his nephew, Farouk Ademo Aliyu, an APC chieftain. He has since been buried according to Islamic rites at the Birinkudu in Jigawa State. And unexpectedly, it rained today in Abuja. For tomorrow, Monday, let's check out the weather prospects. And that ends the news from here in Abuja. Becky will be back after the commercial break to continue with Newsline. Don't go away.
I know they done myself, oh. I'm the life of the party, so make you be my guest, oh. Why you the stress, why you the worry? I you late, oh yeah. You got everything you need.
You can choose to do this with your stew, but not your data. Get more out of life with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# today. Data is life.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Make it special.
and joyful and plentiful. Make it spacious and generous, so precious. Make it click and flip, no spills. Make it fresh, no matter the test. Now that's cool. Make it nutritious. Mouth-watering delicious. Talk about a mouthful. Make it captivating and imaginative. Think big. Wow. Make it lit. With a flick. That's the trick. Make life beautiful with Omaha. Omaha, inspired by you.
Welcome to our wonderful world of data with these incredible new offers from your number one 4G network nationwide. Glow Unlimited.
This is beautiful.
Quality is vital. Quality is Vitafoam.
Hello, honey.
Hey, baby.
Wow. Those guys are good in bed.
What?
Yes, we're good in bed. Hurry now to any Vitafoam accredited dealer nationwide or visit us online on www.vitafoamng.com to place your order today. Vitafoam, the fine art of living.
Africa is a land of opportunities. There's no better time to be and become an entrepreneur in Africa.
When I got my seed capital, it was just an idea. I didn't even have a business. There was no happy coffee.
Right now, we are employing 22 young people.
De recevoir le financement qui m'a aidé à démarrer cette activité et aider beaucoup.
Having been an entrepreneur myself, let me help to create more. That is the driving force behind the 28 Melu Foundation. No one but us will develop Africa. We need to look inward to see how we can share prosperity.
The future of Africa is in your hands.
Dwellers of several communities in Yobe State are on the verge of losing their domain to the desert. Already, scores of people have been forced to quit their homestead due to nature's invasion. Hamisu Rogo, however, reports that inhabitants of one of the affected communities have engaged the desert in a fierce battle. Are they winning? Let's find out.
Visiting desert communities of Yobe is not anything easy. You end up trekking long distances through sand dunes because you lost your way. There are no road networks in the desert, so our travel was guided by the remote memory of one man. He took us to our destination all right, but we lost our way 5 times. Our destination was actually Klakmani, a small desert-dwelling community in Yusupari local government area. The initial graphics of the area excite me. The desert in full color, massive and furious, sweeping through the barren land with the abandon. The rural setting is no less graphic, a beautiful montage of the interplay between man and his natural environment. The story of it, however, is there was a period when this community is vulnerable to desert encroachment from all corners of the world. Wild and invasive desert that does not offer them hope. Over 3 years, the community got a federal and state government support under Community and Social Development Project, where they built an extensive shelter belt of neem trees to cover their northern flank. The shelter belt works and the people are happy. In fact, where the shelter belt stands, small grasses grow. The people of Klakmani have effectively blocked desert encroachment from their northern front. But Klakmani is a community in a full desert revolution. Over the years, they are faced by multiple incursions of the same nature from other fronts. Well, the people of the community bring me to the eastern border of their town, where the desert is threatening to consume them in a very short period. You can see the proximity between the desert and their settlement. The invasion is real and threatening. They are happy. Yes, those shelter belt has helped in decreasing the movement of the desert. And in fact, there is no threat on their northern border. But truly, from the eastern side, the threat is real. The people of Klakmani were witnesses to how several of their closed-door neighbors were moved out of their dwellings by desert. There is a palpable phobia in the community now that their own movement is just a matter of time. Already, the desert has claimed over 2/3 of their settlement.
Look at that distance. It was where our settlement used to be. But see, gradually, we are being moved down by the desert to this small stretch.
It is amazing how the desert works. Where the community of Klakmani are having fresh invasion are marked by fresh vegetation from a nearby dead oasis. Closer home, giant trees literally stand tall and strong as if in 24-hour century against the desert. It is far from that, however. They do nothing to stop the desert. Klakmani for now is in a survival emergency. Although they have no school and no health center, their most compelling need for now is how to stop the desert.
Community, and hopefully they will be fine. Can you talk about a country with a remarkable cultural diversity without mentioning Nigeria? Of course not. There's so much to our cultural heritage that we are able to tell stories with just musical instruments. Annie Daniels reports on the secret language of the drum and how the ancient rhythm echoes globally.
Those are talking drummers and cultural enthusiasts displaying their skills.
So I've been South Africa once with this bata, so many countries like that. I went with Songo traditional religions then. So that is, and then they are like our culture.
There's some musical instruments in Nigeria now. If you hear the sound, you must. The reason of playing that musical instrument is that they are bringing a corpse. So those who are hearing it from afar, they will hide themselves somewhere or they go back.
This may sound very strange to several people, especially to the younger generation who do not see the relevance of a local musical instrument in today's world. Brazilian Gonzalez Mariano's skill on the talking drum kept me wondering if the talking drum is really a local Nigerian musical instrument.
Growing up in Brazil, you always get in touch with Afro-Brazilian culture, which is a big thing in Brazil. So I would say like 80% of what is popular culture in Brazil today comes from Africa.
Our music, our dance, our costume, our masquerade, our behavior, even our cuisine has been adopted and appreciated in all other continents.
It is with this in mind that the Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization, CBAC, in collaboration with the Institute of African and Diaspora Studies, University of Lagos, is campaigning for the preservation of the artistic, cultural and political achievements of the black race the world over.
The black man is an embodiment of wealth. The black man has a lot to offer to the world. Talk about medicine. You've heard about Ben Carson. He's a black man. Most of these medical doctors all over the world, intellectuals all over the world, they are mostly blacks.
Chief Awolowo, for one thing that I do know, provided good leadership. And of course, we do have others like Zeke, late Azikiwe, you have Tafawa Balewa from the north, and you have a lot of people. You have Fela. These are people who were honest. They had integrity. They wanted to lead by good example. So, black people are wonderful people.
Indeed, the labors of our heroes past shall never be in vain, and Nigeria's rich culture and tradition have and will remain intact.
The black race must drum its achievements and the rest of the world will dance along. Now, birthdays come once in a year, and even when you don't announce or celebrate, it's still a plus to your existence. But can you imagine a situation where the date you were born is edited off the calendar because you came into the world on the 29th day of February, a leap year which occurs every 4 years? It's tempting to say, Blessing Omache Ebuche interacted with some February 29th babies who had a space for their birthday this year, and they will be telling us how it feels to have this special date.
A leap year occurs once every 4 years, with an additional day added to keep the calendar year synchronized with the seasonal year. The extra day, which is 29th February, is referred to as a leap day. What informs the additional day in the calendar?
A year is the time it takes the earth to revolve around the sun. Usually it is the revolution is completed in 365 a quarter days. So definitely it is not easy to put a quarter day on the Julian calendar that we use. So that a quarter day is omitted. So it is approximated to be 365 days. So that a quarter days by 4 will give you a whole day. Every 4th year, that day is added. That is why we have, it is added in February.
29th February is special to some persons as they get to celebrate their birthdays after 4 years, unlike others who observe theirs yearly. This baby born on this day at a private hospital in Makurdi, like many of her mates across the world, would have to for the next 4 years before they could celebrate their first birthday. 20-year-old Miriam of Funu Aba is celebrating her birthday for the 5th time as she was born on a leap year.
Feel so unique and special. At first, before, I felt like it was odd and the whole thing, but as time went by, I felt special and unique. So anytime it comes, I feel something special about it.
She is not alone, as Doris Nadi and Sheila Jechera say they feel unique having to mark their birthdays on a leap day.
Actually, a few of us that have this opportunity, and because it's such a unique day, it has never been taken for granted right from when I was growing up. My parents had always celebrated for me, and it's been from one surprise to another for each of us.
Sometimes it feels weird that I have to wait for 4 years to come before I will celebrate, but then I'm still happy that I'm unique, like among others.
While others see the leap year as special and unique, to others it is just like every other year. Happy Leap Day, Nigerians.
That's a new one. But I think February 29th babies are unique because they stand out. Let's pause here for some commercial messages. Stay glued.
So, you now want to pick my call?
Then bomb me where? Mommy of life.
Toilet, oh, mommy. Where my car?
Mommy, now smart things remain.
If my car not ready before Kokoro for tomorrow, me and you go put leg inside one trouser. Well, lie.
What's my phone?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Look at this phone. Oh. All right. Yes, ma. Hey, Majo, Kini.
Mommy, no be you. Don't waste your credit. When I finish, I go call.
You call me. Me wear my middle name na credit. Where Glow they give me boku.
Glow and Mebo. Get 5 times your recharge to call all networks. Recharge with *555* PIN hash.
This talk people. I beg give me a phone, make I go, Joe.
Talon sa taku yen.
Unlimited.
As each day comes alive, life throws new challenges at everyone. But whichever road you find yourself, no matter the turn of events, no matter the terrain of the weather, you need a partner you can trust 24/7. Introducing NNPC Lubricants. Superior quality engine lubricants for better efficiency. From the trusted stable of NNPC Retail. NNPC Lubricants, made to the highest standards with the best intentions for your engine. NNPC Lubricants, available in all NNPC outlets and other accredited dealers nationwide. NNPC Lubricants, superior quality from NNPC Retail. NNPC Lubricant, not my papa born me.
You heard them yourselves, folks. Thousands of fans from across Nigeria have come together to witness the global phenomenon. It's the artist ruling the airwaves, the one with a voice that makes the continent dance. Brace yourself for a performer like no other. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sensational top vocalist of this generation. It's the legend. It's it's you. You watching. You are the yellow star the world is waiting for. So hurry, register now. MTN Yellow Star needs you. Sign up to audition your way to becoming the first yellow star. You stand a chance of winning 1-year recording contract, a fully furnished house with an in-house studio, a brand new car, and so much more.
Yellow star.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Naija, your love guests.
I do believe in love at first sight.
I just think it's not possible.
You know, as a man, you're moved by what you see.
My love at first sight is a mental connection.
Personally, don't want someone really shorter than I am.
Guys really don't pick up on things like that sometimes, and I'm guys.
My goal, is to find love.
I just like them average, light skin.
My move button is just showing me too much love.
You might be the most beautiful woman in the world, but if your nails are not straight and clean, I'm doing with you.
Bad breath.
bad odors of any kind.
I'm a mumu naturally, so.
I will be gone. I'll be a mumu for life.
I love attention, maybe food. I want to try again.
If a woman is like my heaven, like she gives me peace, I'm good.
I was at the point of getting married, or my dad didn't approve of the relationship.
With me, my man.
I want someone that's a little bit taller than I am and muscular.
I think you actually have to know a person to a certain degree before you say you're in love with them.
There is more within. Turn it up.
Thanks for staying with us. Pioneer and largest brewing company in Nigeria, Nigerian Brewers PLC, in recognition of the importance of trade partners to its continued growth, took time out to reward and celebrate its esteemed business partners. This was witnessed at the company's 2020 Distributors Awards ceremony in Lagos. Imole Ayotokide reports that a total of 248 distributors were rewarded with mouth-watering prizes.
Kenneth Maduako Group Limited, for the 5th time, emerged the national volume champion for 2020. He was rewarded with cash gifts, a Fuso Kanta, and a trophy. Ancaps Global Investment Limited from Kaduna State also won the National Key Transporter Award for the 4th time. He was rewarded with a Mitsubishi L200 truck as well as a trophy.
I keep on trying, working very hard towards my business and to support my partner in business, Nigerian Brewery. And each year, I add effort to my former effort in order that I will continue winning it.
The award will inspire me to perform more and do more things, not only to win this award again, but to prove the capacity and capability of my company.
The celebration, Nigerian Brewers PLC says, is its way of appreciating loyal distributors and restated continuous support and more rewarding partnership in the years ahead.
We will go anywhere to reach our customers. And when I mean everywhere, I really mean everywhere. And we will also put digital in their hands. We will go ahead in the technology to make sure that they can order our products. And we will help them with new concepts, with new stores to make their business even better, because we think about them. We love our partners, we love our distributors. We think that business can only be done when you have the right partners and you go together into the future.
Last year we had an amazing performance, and that performance was made possible because we had the right trade partners.
And we also like the fact that we are able to recognize them in this way. It adds a little bit of competition as well, but we are proud of everyone. Tonight, everybody is a winner.
Winners who emerged in the Achievers Award category, Heineken and Tiger Premium category, Funding Performance, Malt category, and many more were rewarded with cash prizes and pallets of products.
Still on corporate rewards, it was an ecstatic moment for some lucky customers of Fidelity Bank PLC who became instant millionaires, having emerged winners of the bank's Get Alerts in Millions promo Season 4 held in Lagos. Ruth Ario Samuel reports that consolation prizes were also presented to winners at the event.
Big and small wins always invoke excitement, and the smiles on these faces and the steps in the dance attest to this fact. The Fidelity Bank Get Alert in Millions promo, which was launched in October 2019 with the primary aim of rewarding and empowering its customers, has remained committed to the scheme.
I'm happy that I emerged one of the winners of this Gain a Million alert stuff, and I'm really excited. Initially I didn't believe it's true, but now we are here and it's real.
I never thought of this, and I didn't even believe it, even when they told me. I was very surprised. I was even about shouting to the person that called me and tell the person that you are a scam. And as days go by, it became real.
Besides cash and tangible prizes, phone airtime worth millions of naira have been presented to a long list of customers with plans for more prizes.
We've done about 68 million in cash prizes so far, and so we have 52 million to go. So what we're telling customers is this is the time, to save money. We always say something in Fidelity, you're always a winner when you save with us. It's either you're winning in the area of cash prizes or consolation gifts, or even in the good service that you're given in any of our branches.
Fidelity Bank says qualification for the prizes entails opening an account with 20,000 naira, while existing customers should top up their accounts with 10,000 naira or 50,000 naira every month. To win the grand prize of 10 million naira, the bank says customers should top their accounts up to 200,000 naira monthly to qualify for the draw. Get Alert in Millions promo Season 4 continues until the end of May 2020.
The customers over the moon, congrats to them. He was an army general who stood tall while in public service as an outstanding officer. In private practice, being a fine gentleman, he's breaking grounds. I'm talking about a proud Tarok's son, young Domkat Bali, who recently clocked 80. Abubakar Usman Akwanga reports that in honor of the celebrant, some notable members of Langtang community in Plateau State and other war veterans came together, and here is how it went.
Just like the proverbial expression that many are called but few are chosen, yet only the fittest survived, General Domkat Bali dared the angle of civil war, multiple coups and other several military warfare, and rose to the rank of a 4-star general in the Nigerian army. Born in 1940, the general went through sound education, and that prepared him for a military career that spanned 35 years with a stint from the prestigious Royal Academy and other home military drills. His wife, of inestimable value, recalls memorable times with her husband, saying he has really lived for his generation and mentored many to take over from him.
I would like to request that you should rise and join me in celebrating my husband, General Domkat Bali.
man who has devoted his most active years, both as a professional and as a citizen, to the service of a united, just, and dignified Nigeria.
Although it is a birthday celebration, his surviving comrades at arms, including President Muhammadu Buhari, General Yakubu Gowon, and others, could not help but eulogized the bravery and gallantry of the general.
You retired as a four-star general in 1990. You have truly served our dear country, selflessly and passionately, and you truly deserve to be celebrated at 80.
The nation is grateful to you. The nation appreciates you and all the services, not only the Army, all the services, the Navy and the Air Force.
General Bali can discuss any subject, both in the military and in the civilian.
The stories of his commitment, selflessness, and patriotism have become enduring legacies for us.
Children of Isnapo Academy performed shortly after the unveiling of the school name changed to Baldon International Academy in honor of a man who gave his youth for the survival of Nigeria.
Domkat Bali joined the army on the advice of the Sardauna in 1961, just after independence.
First chairman, Joint Service Chiefs. First defense minister in 2 different military administrations.
Prayers were offered for a retired but not tired general. Many people wish to live much longer, but only few get to the enviable bracket of the octogenarian.
So it was a great way to celebrate 80 glorious years. Congratulations to the celebrant. Now to a wedding. True love is a powerful force that pulls down cultural barriers and other differences. Taslim Sadiq proved this notion to be true when he crossed cultural boundaries and made elegant Fozia Musa his better half. Ruth Ario Samuel, who witnessed the Nikai and reception that followed in Lagos, reports.
The journey into marriage for Taslim and Fauzia began like a child's play. The duo, who met on the social media precisely Instagram, never saw this day coming. The culmination is what family, friends and relatives have come to witness.
Well, this is the sunnah of the Prophet and as ordained by Almighty Allah, that a man must give his wife a gift that made lawful, get it clear. I pay your dowry now, I pay your dowry. Any day you say that, Allah decrease your barakah, your blessing. I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Allah.
With the Nikai ceremony over, the couple hosted their guests to an exceptional reception. Elders and friends prayed and advised the couple.
I've taught her everything, how to take care of the home, her husband's family and everything. So she should just heed to my advice and they will live happily forever.
I expect to be a model in society. There should be an example of what a couple should be.
That they put God first in their marriage.
Don't go to bed angry with your wife and also just compromise basically.
When you have any problem, they should not discuss it with anybody.
They mustn't allow anybody, not even their parents, to interfere in their home.
Whatever happens between the two, you have to make sure you iron it out.
May the thought of separation or divorce not be your first thought.
And for the couple, this is a journey to forever.
I pledge to be beside her in all conditions for the rest of our lives.
I promise to be his forever. We
in front of everybody, the world, God. I mean, we've declared our love already, so yeah, I promise to be there always.
The culmination of the union was heralded by a marriage ceremony in Lafia, Nasarawa State.
Congratulations to the lovely couple. Moving on, the World Health Organization puts life expectancy in Nigeria at 54 years. I'm sure, like me, you find this figure pretty low. However, if deliberate steps are taken, Nigerians could live much longer in sound health. It was for this objective that NTA Ibadan, in conjunction with a public-spirited body, organized the 2020 Geriatric Party for Senior Citizens in Ibadan. Omokende Igbari reports that in the midst of the merrymaking was an interval where information on ways to enhance personal well-being was shared.
Aging gracefully is no doubt the desires of all and sundry. In a society such as ours, where elders are revered and highly regarded, it is unfortunate that some elderly people are lonely, abandoned, and even uncared for despite their contributions to the society in their prime. It was therefore a breath of fresh air for some senior citizens when NTA Ibadan, in collaboration with Self-Reliant Economic Advancement Program, SIP, rolled out the drums to celebrate them. Health, they say, is wealth. And so the medical team from AHMO Hospital Ibadan offered their services free. Of course, there was plenty to eat and drink, while some proudly showcased their dance steps. This, of course, did not go unrewarded.
We plan to bring more other sectors to come and talk to our elders.
This program is supposed to be a government social responsibility with private institutions. I'm looking into a future where government will be celebrating all our old age in the nearest future.
Armed with pep talks on how to enjoy meaningful aging process, the party was indeed a total package.
Given opportunity to access free medical tests, this in itself is a worthwhile thing. It's something some of them ought to do, but they cannot afford to do, and NTA and his partner have provided it free.
They should take their health as priority, because whatever you do now is what will have effect on you in the next 5-10 years.
We were checked the sugar level, the BP, to know the condition our body is, how healthy we are.
The man that has done this well, God will bless him.
I feel part of the honor given to the elderly.
At the end of it all, both the celebrated and the celebrators departed satisfied with a promise of a repeat next year.
Commendable gesture there by NTA Ibadan and partner. The elderly must be given a sense of belonging. Let's go on another break. Keep it here.
Treat your family to a cereal that's made from the natural goodness of maize and soya protein and specially combined with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins and iron, so that they have the right kind of energy to help them reach their full potential and turn the simple into amazing. Eat up and carry go, because nothing do you. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Nestle, good food, good life.
As each day comes alive, life throws new challenges at everyone. But whichever road you find yourself, no matter the turn of events, no matter the terrain of the weather, you need a partner you can trust 24/7. Introducing NPC Lubricants, superior quality engine lubricants for better efficiency. consistency from the trusted stable of NNPC Retail. NNPC lubricants made to the highest standards with the best intentions for your engine. NNPC lubricants available at all NNPC outlets and other accredited dealers nationwide. NNPC lubricants, superior quality from NNPC Retail. NNPC lubricant, no my papa born me.
It is morning, a new beginning. As you prepare everyone for the day ahead, just anything is not enough. Only you make breakfast special, creamy, tasty, with vitamins and nutrients we need for a delightful, healthy start.
So start your day right with Hollandia Evap.
Hollandia.
Maybe say now today or 4 days when my girls won't come visit me, I need to come go expire.
Oh, my guys, they can't follow me watch this match. I must not fold the hand.
Babe, what's happening now? Sorry to disappoint you, but my subscription don't expire.
The match is not on my GoTV package.
Now your holla be that. I beg, give me your phone. Make I show you how you go take do it for my GoTV app for your phone.
Life is so much easier with my GoTV app. Make payments, clear error messages, change your package. You can also check your due dates and keep abreast of your payment history.
With the corner,
The new My GoTV app is everything you need in one place. So what are you waiting for? Download My GoTV app now from Google Play or App Store to enjoy the easy life. GoTV. Live it, love it.
When I was pregnant, I worried you would look like your dad. But look at you. After 6 months, I worried about the right foods to give you. Now you've grown so much, but doctor says anemia can affect your growth and slow your learning.
Mom is right. 7 out of 10 kids in Nigeria suffer from iron deficiency, which can cause anemia. 1 meal of Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus provides 50% of your child's daily iron needs to support proper growth and learning.
That's reassuring. Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Cheetah International Hotel, pleasurable evolution you can't resist. A concept delivered. Cheetah International Hotel brings you face to face with an unimaginable experience you can't erase. You'll like to come again and again. One thing you will hate is to be told the story. Another thing you will love is to be part of the story. You are looking for where your gain equals the cost. Break even with Cheetah International Hotel with our world-class event center that is set to blow your mind away. A world-class arena equipped with top-notch facilities. Syndicate Boardroom, Hall 1, 2, and 3, Underground Basement Hall, Gallery, and many more. Located on Plot 224, Solomon Law Way, Utako District, Abuja. For more information on your highly distinguished hotel services, call 081-007-1882 or 081-007-1883. Cheetah International Hotel, a place where your history and future is made.
How did I get here? It all started shortly after I graduated from MSTC, the Model Skills Training Center with a certificate in ICT. I successfully developed a data management program that has been called the software of the future. Thanks to its success, everyone wants it. And as you can see, now everyone wants me. But I'm not alone. The skills training programs at MSTC are equipping young Nigerians to become the next big success story. Whether it's ICT, mechatronics, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, or culinary studies, a certificate at MSTC is the way of the future. And just like me,
there he is.
Everyone will want you to.
ITF, developing the nation's human resource. What is classic? Classic is Rivaldo, it's Ronaldo, it's Ronaldinho, it's Zidane, it's Messi, Hazard. Classic is a work of art. It's explosive goals.
Absolute brilliance.
brilliant composure.
And smooth passes.
What a story!
Classic is when you catch all this football action with the best digital picture quality. This is El Clasico. It's as classic as it gets, only on GoTV. Upgrade or stay on GoTV Max to catch two of the world's most notorious rival clubs in the world. Real Madrid versus Barcelona on the 1st of March on SuperSport Select 4. GoTV. Live it, love it.
Thank you for staying with us. Names often have unique meanings and sometimes stories behind them. Circumstances surrounding the birth of a baby and several other factors can influence the names parents choose for their children. In addition, people believe a name can reflect on the personality or affect the destiny of the bearer. Udwak Etim seeks to find out if this philosophy is valid or baseless.
Choosing a child's name is an important task for parents because it reveals the identity of the child. Picking the right name is quite crucial in laying the foundation of a child's life. Can name either help or has an influence on one's life?
My name is Ime. Ime in English means patience. Patience means that you can tolerate so many things. So I can tolerate so many things, and it really have influence on me.
It is observed that the world makes different assumptions about names, but to a large extent, those assumptions may be right or wrong. Sometimes the reasons parents choose certain names can be part of the meaning of the name to them. For Christians, contemporary names come from the Bible. These names could be used to communicate God's message.
Parents should be very, very calculative and careful when they want to give name to their children. Let it be God-centered so that the fear of God will always guide them, knowing that every word, every name you give to your child has a spirit and a power behind it that will always guide and lead that child.
Other religion in Nigeria, like Islam, believes that choosing names of prophets or great persons who have been role models of virtue is an excellent idea.
You know, we bear Muhammad, we bear Umar, Ibrahim, Adam, and others, Musa and Isa. So all is prophet names. So that's how we are bearing. So we like to be or copyright what they are doing, which is good things.
So we are being encouraged, you know, to imbibe that names so that we equally seek the blessing and the virtue of those forefathers that bear their very names.
Traditional African names in Yoruba like Ademola, Hausa, Audu, Igbo, Njoku, and other names have unique stories behind them.
The name Njoku is a symbol of man's ability to cultivate yam. Every real Igbo man in those olden society will have one of his sons. When he's born, he will call him Njoku, indicating that he is a man of wealth.
In Akwa Ibom State, a name like Ekpo, which means masquerade in English language, has its own interpretation.
In those days, Ekpo in Ibibio was the strongest society. It was like the Ekpo society was like the police. They were the ones, that society was responsible for education of others.
This notwithstanding, people give certain names to their children for various reasons. What is your name and the reason behind it?
I dare say names can be powerful and much thought should be given before naming a child. Time for our last break on Newsline. Stay with us.
Your information dey important just like your identity. Na the only way we fit take hala you o. Make you go browse easy.gotvafrica.com. Sign in with your IUC number and mobile number and scroll down to personal details and address. Then check well to see say everything bam. You fit change the one wey not correct. To finish everything, just click the save button and it don't finish.
Thank you. I make sure say my phone number dey correct. That's now why GoTV fit call me make I come collect my own awoof.
Angel, time for my phone in that way because now my correct phone number dey for book.
GoTV, live it, love it.
Not look me again, no. Make you go do your own.
Tributes have continued to trail the demise of Senator Benjamin Iwajumogu, whom friends and colleagues say will be remembered for his generosity, selflessness, and effective representation of his people in the 9th Senate. Bright Ebocho brings us details of his burial ceremony.
The burial rites of the late Senator Benjamin Iwajumogu was made up of various activities including a service of songs and night of tribute in Umuahia, Abia State, where the late senator was born and began his career. A valedictory session was held at the Imo State House of Assembly, where past and present members paid their last respect in honor of a man who was Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly between 2011 and 2015. Speaker Chiji Collins, who presided over the session, described the late senator as a true Democrat.
There's no man in that house that made a success without Ben having a hand in it.
At an interdenominational service of songs and night of tributes held in his country home, Umuihi, Ihite-Uboma local government area of Imo State, his kinsmen, friends and colleagues were well represented. The people took their turns to eulogize the sterling qualities of late Senator Iwajumogu, noting that he will be greatly missed.
It's humility personified. I mean, generosity personified.
It's a huge loss for me and for my siblings.
The burial ceremony held at the Ihite-Uboma local government headquarters was well attended. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, as well as senators led by the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, were there to pay their last respect.
The thing I can certainly say of him is that he was a well-focused young man. He was a go-getter, full of courage. It was not by accident that he will be remembered as the first APC senator from the Southeast.
Senate President Ahmed Lawan and others say the late senator's wealth of experience will be greatly missed.
The late Senator Benjamin Iwajumogu represented his senatorial district very, very well. He lived and worked for the people of this senatorial district.
For the family members, it was a solemn moment as they reflected on the life and times of their father.
He was kind-hearted, generous to a fault.
A great honor to be his daughter. I might be in pain, but I'm also very proud to have had a father like this.
Late Senator Benjamin Iwajumogu was interred in his home amidst tears.
His soul rests in perfect peace, amen. The remains of late Madam Cecilia Agbonaima, mother of the immediate past member representing Ego Ikubaka Federal Constituency in Edo State, Johnson Agbonaima, have been interred in Benin City. Obey Otoba Precia reports that the obsequies, which spanned 4 days, attracted dignitaries from across the country, including the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, and the National Chairman of the APC, Adams Oshomole.
The celebration of the life of the woman they described as an Amazon all started with a service of songs, where the clergy, renowned politicians, and other dignitaries joined the family to pray for the repose of the soul of the deceased.
For us on the right, under the pardon, Lord have mercy.
Encomiums flowed from guests who say the deceased left indelible footprints in the sands of time.
leave a very good legacy, and she always also tried for her children.
God will also keep them, they will remain united, and of course, like their mother too, they will remain strong Christians. So I just thank God for their life, and they will give God all the glory.
The body of the late Cecilia Agboanyima was later received at the St. Maria Goretti Catholic Church for the funeral mass. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, was also in attendance, represented by the Zonal Director, NTA Benin Network Center, Pauline Igbano. In a homily, the parish priest, Very Reverend Father Ikpamosa Palmer, described the deceased as a devout Catholic who stood in Christ. Eulogies were also showered on the deceased.
Mama lived a long, fulfilled life. She left her footprints in the sands of time.
Her remains were taken in a dance procession to her compound for committance to Mother Earth. The celebration of the life and times of the deceased was also a convergence of political bigwigs, including the national chairman of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Comrade Adams Ushomole. At the St. Maria Goretti Catholic Church, a thanksgiving rounded off the 4-day funeral activities.
Silver and gold we have Lord. May God bless every one of you. May God also fulfill them at the point of your needs. My mom is a loving person, and I will miss her a lot. She's so kind. She's so precious. To the family, to friends, she's good.
The deceased, who hails from Ode local government area of Edo State, departed this world on the 22nd of November last year at the age of 90.
Rest in peace. The death has occurred of Alhaji Abdulkadri Ahmed Tafida, former General Manager, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. He died in Lagos after a brief illness. His remains will be flown into Abuja tonight and will be buried in Abuja at the National Mosque after prayers. Peace. Amen. Peace. Amen. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please be sure to join us next Sunday, same time, for an amazing edition. I leave you with this. Always, always wash your hands with soap under running water. Good night and God bless Nigeria.